Hey, Taurus, Intuitive Soul Coach here with your September 2024 bonus reading. Welcome back to my channel if you're returning, and welcome if you're new. If you're interested in a personal reading, signing up for the monthly newsletter, or entering into the free reading giveaway, you can find all of that information in the description box below the video. All right, Taurus, welcome. Today we'll take a look at what is being illuminated on your journey. Partially due to the upcoming eclipse season that we have, we'll see what new chapters are opening up for you, what new opportunities that this eclipse season may be bringing, as well as your values, blocks, and we'll connect to an outcome. So thank you so much for tuning in today. Now, Taurus, it does look like there has been or there will be some upheaval regarding this new chapter, this new journey, okay? And I feel like it has to do with what's being illuminated, and choices that you may make may upset other people, okay? But it's for your highest good. And I don't feel like you're intentionally trying to harm or hurt another being. That's not at all what I see. But people are going to be disappointed that you don't choose them, or that you are, standing up for yourself in some way, shape, or form. And I feel like that is going to create ripples. And Taurus, you are meant to create ripples at this time. That's what eclipse season can do sometimes, is bring up hidden energy. And so we're going to look at what's being illuminated. Now, bottom of the deck, we do have the Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords is showing up here in reverse with the Lovers right behind it. And you may be in a position at this time of miscommunication, or you may be overthinking a situation that may be hindering or blocking some sort of truth when it comes to what your heart really wants, deserves, or desires, okay? Because the Lovers here is represented by Dorothy and the Scarecrow. They have a bond. They have a connection. This can be friendships. This can be romantic partnerships, family dynamics. Basically, it's a soulmate. And soulmates show up in all different shapes, sizes, and forms here on Earth. And I feel like there's been some sort of truth or challenge that has caused you to maybe separate your energy, or maybe even block the energy of some sort of partnership taking place. And this is what we need to focus on, is clearing up any sort of miscommunication or lies, getting honest with oneself here, or getting honest with another person. And that's kind of what I'm getting, is someone's not going to like your honesty because the lies were so much easier. Okay, so much easier to fabricate, even though lies, we all know, do not make life easy. And sometimes the truth does hurt, but I feel like there's something about being exposed. You may be exposing someone for their lies and they may not like it. Okay, again, I keep getting with this new chapter, there's going to be a little bit of chaos and conflict, but it's actually going to propel you quickly. And that means there's something very, very fast that is going to come up in the month of September, maybe even during Libran season, that does bring some justice, does bring, a new sense of purpose, a new sense of power to your values, to your integrity. So I'm excited to dive into your reading here, because this does feel very powerful. But let's start off with what is being illuminated. We have here the Seven of Cups. The Seven of Cups is the card of choice, right? It is a lot of choices. Sometimes it is confusing because it can feel a little bit overwhelming. It's represented by the Gnome King's ornaments here. And you see that there's a lot of them. And it's almost as if you may feel like there is a bit of a scattered energy at this time. What is being illuminated is some sort of clarity. And I see that this new chapter because right beside it, we have the 5 of Swords. This new chapter does require you to make choices that, again, other people are not going to like, the Lion and the Unicorn. So perhaps this is about you setting a healthy boundary and someone doesn't like that they're not able to persuade you, manipulate you, lie to you, cheat, or do something that controls the energies in some way, shape, or form. But I feel like there's a new choice, a new opportunity for you. When the 7 of Cups shows up, this can be materialism or ego-driven power that can cloud one's judgment. And that's what I see here with the 5 of Swords. So whether this is you or someone that you are dealing with, some sort of materialism or ego has driven someone to control or make choices based on that ego instead of coming from a place of truth and authenticity, because that's what the Ace of Swords is all about. So this does have to do with some sort of partnership in your life, Taurus, some sort of partnership. And right behind it, we have the Page of Pentacles. Some of you, this may have to do with children, okay, or the inner child, the wounded inner child with that Page of Pentacles. Yeah, in order for you to move forward, and that's part of the initiative that we see here, I feel like a conversation needs to be had around perhaps feeling like you are someone's choice versus option, right? Someone may have options at this time, or they may look at you as an option, but they're also keeping their options open. 7 of Cups is also showing up here as needing to ground, okay? Needing to ground one's energy at this time, because eclipse season can bring about, again, a lot of scattered energy, distractions. It can feel overwhelming at times. And it's also about illusions. And you see that there's something shiny. I mean, the Gnome King's ornaments are very shiny with all of the emeralds and all of the jewels. But sometimes it's best not to chase after all the shiny things, because as they say, what's underneath it could be rotten. It could be something that is based on the ego or materialism. And that may be what's driving some sort of perception. There's a perception or an illusion that is showing up here in your reading. And I feel like it's going to hit a peak, or it's going to come up. Whatever this illusion is, let's actually clarify. I wasn't going to clarify till the end, but I want to know why the 7 of Cups is here and what is being illuminated. There's a new choice, a new path that's being illuminated. There's a new possibility. And I feel like your message is to explore. Look at that. We have the 5 of Swords showing up again. This is a compromise. Okay, compromise here. 5 of Swords is showing up in the reverse, and it's showing up as a new chapter as well. There's something about compromising to win versus a ruthless win. Because when the 5 of Swords shows up, and this may be the current energy you are in, that's why this new chapter is showing up in a new light, quite literally, a new light. So 5 of Swords, double energy. This is about someone taking advantage. Someone may be taking advantage, Taurus, of your kindness, of your finances, of your home, your thoughts. I feel like someone could even be living rent-free in your mind, right? So 5 of Swords is a selfish energy. It can be unprocessed anger, rage, or revenge even. It's poor sportsmanship. It can be bullying, coercion, right? It can be manipulation or a win at all costs type of energy. But the new chapter that I see you embarking upon, once this is illuminated, yes, those feelings could erupt in someone, including yourself, right? Because we all can have unprocessed anger and rage, but underneath that anger is sadness, is sorrow. I mean, yes, sometimes it is, materialism and ego, but that's typically due to some sort of pain or power struggle or control, a lack of, therefore, that we've gone through some sort of conditioning. And again, I'm not making excuses for someone's poor behavior whatsoever. It is our responsibility to heal that. But if you dig a little bit further, I feel like you're going to find where the true gem lies. Okay, Taurus, where the true gem lies. So you may be seeing the qualities of someone that you don't necessarily love. This could also be someone's competitive streak or need to be in, a position of control or power. This can also be choosing your battles, knowing when to walk away from something, because it's also about battle of the egos. And I feel for some of you, you were dealing with someone, or you were caught up in some sort of maybe victory through dominance or control, but that always comes at a cost. Okay, it comes at a cost. And for those of you that are choosing a new path here, it may be very difficult because you may feel somewhat manipulated to go in a direction that may not be your direction. And what I mean by that is maybe a parent said that, you'll never survive by, going in that direction, or you have to do this, or perhaps, a boss or a teacher when you were growing up, or maybe it was a partnership, or maybe someone that you really cared about, you really loved, with the lovers here, had kind of guided you to go in a direction that wasn't in alignment with your path, right? And what I mean by that, it's not that it wasn't in alignment. You were actually meant to go through something to evolve, but there was a lot of backlash, or there was a lot of resistance, or a lot of obstacles. And now that you know better, you do better, right? That's one of my favorite sayings is, until we know better, we can't really do better. And I feel that this new chapter has to do with you knowing what to fight for and when to kind of lie down your swords. And I feel like you're fighting for your integrity here. This is about you doing the right thing that's right for you, even if it means disappointing or rejecting the status quo in some way, shape, or form. This is intense, Taurus, but I feel like there is a new opportunity, a new path being illuminated, and you're going to really see where the magic and the true gem lies, because it's almost as if there's been fool's gold, right? Fool's gold in the treasure chest, but you've dug deep enough where out of all the fool's gold lies a diamond, right? And how are diamonds formed? Under pressure, in the darkness. And so it's through some sort of pressure, through some sort of chaos and conflict, that you're actually going to come out on top. There's compromise here showing up, and it could be between you and, a boss. It could be between you and even an authority figure, because in your values section of your reading, you have the Emperor. And this could be you coming up against some of your own values and taking a look at, does this go against my integrity? Does this help me grow and evolve? Is this aligned? Does this match, my morals, my beliefs, my values? And I feel like there is a compromise here, but it requires you to stay open here to the possibilities and to get clear, okay? And to not let distractions, which this Five of Swords is really a distraction. I mean, it is a distraction like no other, especially when it comes to the mind. The mind can be very, very distracting. And I feel like there's someone's voice that's not your own. So even if this is a situation you're currently going through on your own, there's a small voice that's not yours that is telling you that you're not good enough, or telling you that you're not going to succeed, or you have to fight or flight. You have to run away from it. It's too good to be true. And I feel like you're saying, wait a second. What if that's not the truth? What if that's not my voice? What if I fight for what I believe is my personal truth? And the truth is, to follow my heart, with the Ace of Swords and the Lovers at the bottom. And that's why and how you're really getting to this true gem, the true diamond within yourself, right? The true diamond within yourself, because it's as if there was so much fool's gold here that you may have been chasing after all of these things that felt, right? It felt like it was true, right, at the time, but you're seeing that it was masked, that it was something that maybe you needed to go through. So what is the initiative for you to take moving forward? What's the initiative is the Eight of Wands, the Looking Glass Railway. So the Eight of Wands is fast. It's speedy progression. So I almost get this feeling here for you, Taurus, that once you realize that there are new options, that there's a new way of doing things, that now you know better, you have this opportunity to not just go forward, at it one step at a time, but this is fully plummeting into a brand new beginning, a brand new era is kind of what I'm getting for you. Like you have the ability to go far and to go big and to go quickly even. Now, I'm not talking get rich quick, or I'm not talking like instant success or anything of that nature, but it means that whatever you were caught up in that was causing this train to feel derailed, right? To feel derailed. I feel like you're getting back on track, and there is massive progression here with the Looking Glass Railway. So the initiative for you to take here, it can be about communication, maybe even relocating. This could be realigning with your spiritual truth, okay? This is about travel. Some of you may even be traveling, or you may be, getting some space away from a situation. I'm also feeling like there's something about structure in the home structure. I see the home next to the railway, and I'm actually hearing a train horn. I'm going to clarify because I'm getting a feeling this could be the judgment horn, the blare of the horns of the judgment. So there could be a judgment call to make here for you. And the initiative is to speak up, to communicate, to not be afraid to, share your voice or to say what you need to say. Okay. I also get for some of you, this has to do with moving on, moving away, traveling, relocating, or again, realigning to your spiritual truth. Let's pull a card to clarify. Spirit, what is this Eight of Wands all about? Initiative, Queen of Wands. Beautiful. Queen of Wands, Taurus, is all about confident ambition. That's what I mean here. Once you open up to the opportunity, because you've been digging, that Seven of Cups, you've been digging for some sort of emotional fulfillment, but you keep hitting a lot of, that fool's gold, where finally you've stumbled upon that diamond, the diamond in the rough. But you may be confused at first because you're thinking, well, it looks just like the rest of the treasure. And that treasure I thought was going to be my, I don't want to say saving grace, but it may have felt very good, or emotionally you thought it was going to fulfill you. It didn't. There may be a tad bit of hesitation. But once you pick it up, once you truly see it for what it is, and when you hold a diamond and it sparkles from all angles, I feel like that is the piece within you that is looking at it from all angles, and you're saying, whoa, wait a second. Yes, that was some sort of illusion, or that could have been a fear, but this is also the truth. So you're seeing things from a broader perspective, and you're going to fight for what you believe is, in your highest good. And you're not going to let other people distract you, or that voice that's not yours, right? Or maybe it is your voice, but it's based on the conditions that may have been very challenging, very negative. You're telling yourself a new story, and that's what's going to get you up out of this Five of Swords. And it's going to allow you to fully progress and move forward here. You're feeling confident. This is about you taking that initiative to do what you need to do. That helps you feel confident, Taurus. This is ambitious energy. The Queen of Wands, when you embrace her archetype, this is about you lighting that fire, right? Lighting that fire behind you to get you moving and to feel more confident. She is magnetic. She is a natural leader. She's very creative. She's artsy. She's sharp. She's witty. She's someone who's very protective. So if this is protecting one's name, one's integrity, one's family, one's business, one's children, whatever this is, she's going to fight for it. And the Queen of Wands here is someone who is very, very bold. But when you make her mad, and maybe that's part of this Five of Swords energy, because perhaps the Five of Swords brought out the reverse side of the Queen of Wands, which can be very controlling, because when we want to protect what is ours, think of that mama bear who is protecting her cubs, right? She can become very angry, very controlling, and she'll do what she needs to do to protect her babies. So whatever this is for you, this Queen of Wands is saying now you're able to see things from, maybe a bit of a new perspective, or you're choosing to stay open to some sort of opportunity here. And you have the confidence and the ambition to move forward and do what you need to do, even if that means, walking through fire, which she's going to do here, but she's not going to get burned because she is fire. Whew. Taurus, this is a big one. I like it. Let's take a look at your values. The Emperor. All right. So we have a little talk, me and you here, Taurus. Your values may be deeply ingrained with authority. Some of you, this Queen of Wands, she could rebel against authority. Okay. She can sometimes be a person who, because perhaps there's been some sort of maybe divine masculine in her life, either growing up, this could be a family member, this could be a partnership, or it could be her needing to be strong and her needing to take action her whole life, because maybe she's only had, herself. I feel like the values here that you have, they got you through. They got you through the worst of things. But now, the Emperor is showing up in the upright, which is good. Don't get me wrong, which is good, because the Emperor is a ruler. He's someone who is all about stability, structure, disciplined control. But when he is in the reverse, it can be, narcissism. It can be massive control. It can be massive greed. It can be dominance. And I feel like you have dealt with some sort of energy that represented the Emperor in reverse, and that may be part of what caused some of the Five of Swords in your life. But what I see now is you standing up in your power and saying, wait a second, I may have drifted away with that Seven of Cups. I may have been clouded in my judgments. Because of the illusions, because of the distractions. But I am aligning with my integrity. I am aligning with my truth, my morals, even if some of those beliefs and those morals are shifting for you, because they are always shifting. We go through things that question our integrity, our morals, and our beliefs. And sometimes because of what we've gone through, we have to re-look at or re-examine, through the looking glass even. That's why you have this looking glass railway, where you want to be moving forward and who you need to become to move forward. And that's what I see you doing here. So your values have everything to do with structure and stability and doing what you need to do. This is some big papa energy, female or male, it doesn't matter. Some of you have had to play both roles, right? Some of you have had to heal massively from authority, or again, a divine masculine or narcissist here. Let's look at the blocks. What are the blocks? Okay, we have the Queen of Wands again in reverse. Look at this. We have double, energy. We've pulled from two different decks and we're getting the same exact cards, and we only have 6 cards out here as your themes. So Queen of Wands in reverse, I didn't even see it. As we're talking about the Queen of Wands in reverse, she can become very fearful, and she can, when that fear takes over, look at this. It's Belina the hen, Queen of Wands. It can be the mother hen. But what do? I compared it to the bear, right? With the cubs. But, mother hens, if you've ever been, chased around by a chicken, sometimes the chickens can be very, very possessive. I remember when I was growing up, I brought home a baby chicken from science class, and I raised that chicken, and it was loving and it was nurturing, and I slept with it on my pillow, and it would follow me around, and it would just peep, 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 peep. And, I named it Peeper, and it was the kindest little thing ever, right? Because that is the energy that it was growing up in. I was, all for love with that little chicken. But when I could no longer have that chicken, I brought it to a place where there was a lot of other chickens, and those chickens did not sleep in the bedroom of, the people that were raising it. And those chickens were mean, and they bullied my little Peeper. And eventually Peeper was, I think, sold and ate, unfortunately. But the Queen of Wands can become a bully, depending on her circumstances, depending on, that mode of survival, what she needs to do. So the block showing up here, Taurus, is the Queen of Wands can be very competitive, right? Very controlling, very insecure, based on fear. And she can even hold a grudge. She can even be very vengeful. So for those of you that are still holding some pent up rage over a situation, there's a new path. There's a new way of moving forward. Okay. We don't have to go digging for all that fool's gold, because you are that diamond in the rough. And I feel like this is about you standing confidently on your path and your journey, and knowing that you don't have to hang on to people, places, and things that are no longer aligned with your energy. And that may have been very difficult for you because of whatever old values, beliefs, or structures that have been ingrained since perhaps very early on. So Queen of Wands, Belina the hen, I feel like you are definitely overcoming these blocks, but it has to do with the truth, the Ace of Swords, and again, the Lovers. What would love do, Taurus? Allow your heart to open up. Don't get cold. Don't get angry. Don't get bitter or revengeful. And if someone else is acting in that manner, do what you need to do to cut that energy out. Okay? Cut that energy out. You have this Ace of Swords to help you find solutions and to get back on track. Okay? Back on track to your heart. This is the journey of the heart. Now, what's the outcome here for you, Taurus? You have, what do we have? The Six of Pentacles, the White King's plum cake. Say that 5 times quick. The White King's plum cake. So when the Six of Pentacles shows up, there has been something that's been one-sided. Okay, I will say that here. Six of Pentacles, though, is saying that we have the opportunity to bring balance into your life. Okay. Six of Pentacles can be an unexpected resource. It can be a gift, a donation. It can be, equal give and take, reciprocity, helping others, or being helped. But you first have to make the choice to establish healthy boundaries. This could be an energy of codependency. Maybe there is codependency taking place. This can also be about overgiving. And maybe you at some point were enabling. Perhaps you were part of the Five of Swords mix that, had caused someone to overgive or overtake, but you may have allowed it. Okay. You may have allowed it. And I'm giving you big hugs. I'm not pointing fingers. This isn't about, this isn't about right or wrong or good or bad. It's just about awareness. Okay. It's about awareness. And if you want reciprocity and balance to be restored, then we have to set healthy boundaries, which means perhaps looking at some of the tendencies that we get into with this Queen of Wands when she feels insecure or she feels threatened. What do we do when we feel threatened, Taurus? We fight or flight. We fight or flight. And we see that with the Five of Swords. And I feel like you now know what to walk away from, right? If it's not serving you and you know what to fight for, but there's no in between wishy-washy. And that may have been where you were in the past with that Seven of Cups, is very distracted. It's like, okay, I'm going to fight for this. No, I'm not. This person's going to walk out of my life. I'm going to go chase them, right? And I feel like there was a lot of that ambiguity with this Six of Pentacles, but there is a choice here where I feel like you're moving towards, you're moving towards peace. There's an energy here of moving out of that Five of Swords, but it does require you, again, to set healthy boundaries, and that's going to upset other people, especially if they have been taking advantage of you and you cut them off in some way. Maybe it's your boss coming up to you saying, hey, Taurus, I need you to work overtime. I need you to work extra. I need you to do this, but yet you're getting paid the same and you're working more. I'm not going to do that for you. I did that for you in the beginning. I scratch your back, you scratch mine. We're a team, but you started to take advantage, right? Or perhaps you're in a partnership or a love union where, someone started to rely on you waiting on them hand and foot, right? In some way, shape, or form. And then when you said, no, can you do that? It's like they're looking at you like, what? You always do it for me. Why would I do it? This could be financially, it could be emotionally, it could be in your career, whatever area of your life this lies in, some sort of communication needs to occur. Some sort of truth needs to occur here. And if this is within your own self, okay, get rid of the pesky distractions of that voice that tells you you're not good enough, you're not pretty enough, you're not smart enough, you're not this or you're not that. What if you are exactly, where you're at on your journey to be fully aware of what's happening, to be fully aware of your surroundings. And again, now that you know better, there's an opportunity to do better and to really step into alignment with your heart. And that is why we have the Lovers here. So that is what I have for you. Let's pull a card here from the Work Your Light Oracle and see what messages we have from your guides, your angels, your spiritual team. What message do we have? What messages do we have for Taurus, please, from your spiritual team? All right. We have mirror. We have mirror, mirror, mirror on the wall. Who or what is triggering you? Because guaranteed there's some sort of trigger. I mean, you don't get the Five of Swords showing up twice and the Queen of Wands showing up twice that there's not a trigger. Something has upset you in some way, shape, or form. And I feel like you're taking a stance. You're moving forward. What else do we have? Mirror. And the mirror is being held up. That's what's being illuminated. I mean, the mirror does illuminate things. But that mirror may have been cloudy. That glass may have been shattered in some way, shape, or form, because that is what is required and needed for you to move forward. We have birthing a new age, birthing new creations, dreaming a new world into being. Absolutely. This is a new chapter of your life. This is a new chapter, a new direction, one that isn't suppressed by anger and violence and maybe narcissism or, hindering thoughts, beliefs. You are birthing something new into creation. And we have Star Mother. How can you mother yourself? We see here the Wizard of Oz, the Emperor. But what about Ozma of Oz, right? She is also in the deck. Ozma of Oz is the Empress. And I feel like it's important for you to open up to that energy of divine feminine, the divine feminine within you. It doesn't matter if you're male or female. We have both feminine and masculine within us, but this is about that divine mother. How can you mother yourself and nurture yourself? Because some of you had been stuck in such a fight or flight energy that you had to constantly be in this emperor, vibe, or you may have had to take action, or, you may have even thought control, because sometimes the Emperor can be about control, right? You thought that control was needed or required to get you to where you needed to be. And I feel like that divine mother, star mother, is coming in here, nurturing you and you allowing you, right? Because the divine mother is about allowing. She's receptive. It is about you being able to choose you. And Taurus, some of you may have chosen other people before you or have enabled in some way, shape, or form. But I see you setting healthy boundaries that rebalances some sort of well, imbalance basically. But with that Six of Pentacles showing up, I definitely feel like there is a helping hand, or this could be you helping another or you being helped. So allow it. Allow yourself to receive that support. That is what I have for you, Taurus. I hope that was helpful. Thank you so much for allowing me to be a part of your path. If the reading resonated, please hit that thumbs up button. Feel free to share, like, subscribe if you haven't already, and hit that bell. Lots of love.